Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. We're going to do this as a state of the onion because I didn't have any other graphics ready. But like this will be a special one, so it'll be SPO3, I think, or something like that. I'll retitle it later, and then you can find it on the playlist State of the Onion.
yeah, yeah.
Just let me
So,
just welcome a few people. Hello, Robert X 8020. Wow, I wish I had a graphics card in 8020. So welcome to you, sir. Thank you. How can I be first? You can always be first. It's just a matter of determination. And I want to welcome Scott as well. I'm sorry you suffered from some insomnia. That's never great, but there we go. Um, yeah. So sounds like you're the warm one. Okay. It's gonna be hot here. This time I left my door open yesterday. It was hot yesterday as well, wasn't it?
yeah,
And
it was. Yeah, it's lovely.
all all the heat got in. I hadn't realised that because I never open my doors or my windows, none of the heat gets in. And I opened the door, the back door. I thought, oh, I'll just open the back door for a little while. And about 20 minutes later, I was like, oh my god, this is so hot. Not gonna make that. Not gonna make that mistake today.
Yeah,
Anyway, there we go. It's good to meet you. I met you last night on
yeah,
Sonata.
yeah,
And if you'd just like to introduce yourself and who you are and what you do, kind of thing. Anything
yeah.
you want to say in general.
My name's Sean O'Connor from South East London. Uh, I'm a painter. Well, I was a painter and decorator. Turned bus driver. I've got a couple of days off. Back Tuesday. I always find it interesting. I don't know why. I always get drawn in to listen to you guys, and it's interesting. But I always wanted to share my experiences and yeah, with you guys. I never got round to it because it's usually too late. So this is quite a good time to do it. I'm not really one for debates and get into all that madness. I just
Okay.
like to share just what I've experienced. Yeah,
Okay. I mean, I'm normally a debate channel, and
yeah,
I don't tend to do conversion stories or that kind of thing.
yeah.
If you want me to set you up with somebody else that does more in that line, one of the guys you were speaking to yesterday, the ex-pastor, Rabid, what's his name, guys? Ed.
Are you,
All I know him is as Ed. Rabid,
are
Rabid
you
atheist, maybe. I don't know. Um,
pausing? You're pausing, mate. You're pausing the
yeah,
internet.
I am. Oh, am I really? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
just
okay down my end, so I don't know.
okay.
But anyway, we'll carry on and see what's going. If there's problems out there, let me know.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay, so yeah, okay, so you want to share your story? That's great. Like have okay, so I guess the first question is, you're a Christian, is that correct?
Yeah.
And would you say you're Anglican?
I don't even know what that means, mate. All I know is I've become a Christian in 2017. I don't really know about denominations and all
Oh,
that.
2017. Okay, so that's quite recent. You weren't always a Christian.
Yeah, no, I was brought up a Roman Catholic. I went to like Catholic school when I was a kid and whatnot. I went
Okay.
to secondary school, St Mary's and St Joseph's, and yeah, I won't go into too much detail about my past, my family, but it was
Yeah.
it was very very hard time. Like, a lot of mad stuff going on, and yeah, 2017 is when it sort of really all changed for me, and it's still a work in progress, Simon. Still not
Okay.
perfect.
Well, let's focus on the 2017 incident because that sounds like quite a dramatic thing, or at least a
Yeah.
very dramatic thing in life. So, how did that come about? Presumably, you were basically agnostic before that, I guess.
I just yeah, no, I've always believed in God. Yeah, not
All right.
necessarily. Yeah, always. Yeah, just yeah. I've never not an agnostic. Is that someone that's not sure?
Yeah. Well, don't know whether God exists or
Oh
not.
no, I've always known he has ever since very
Okay.
young age. Yeah, I just yeah,
And
always.
you've always associated that with Christianity, have you, or have you been more like
Uh,
a deist of some sort, like there's a higher power type?
well, no, just God. I just yeah, I knew not a higher power now. I just knew it just it almost was second nature to me that there is a God, But I never really. Only we only in 2017. stroke 18. That's the first. Like, I'll explain quickly, if it's all right, after what happened, and that's when it sort of all changed, and it's been carrying on happening even to the point of last week. It happened something.
Okay. I'm going to do two things at once. Welcome, missing mod, fellow Christian there. Okay, so when you say you've always believed in God, you mean
Yeah.
you've associated that with Jesus specifically?
I think so, because when I went to the church,
Hmm.
my church in Elton Green Community Church, um, like it's the first time because I remember my friend said to me, I said to my friend said to me, do you want to come to church? We'll pray for you. And I remember saying to him, yeah, is it okay to carry on?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm writing notes to make sure I get everything.
Yeah, no problem, mate. I said to him, yeah, well, can we just make sure that we get there? He called me in the back room and do like, privately because I didn't want to get embarrassed in front of everyone. But when I got there, I done it in front of everyone, like the whole church. I felt like the floor could have swallowed me up. But yeah, I think that day is when like not the sinner's prayer, whatever, because I do think like the Lord looks at the heart sort of thing, But obviously, I've accepted Jesus just that day, and yeah, ever since then, just stuff has started happening. So can I explain like one time, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, whatever you prefer. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is honestly, you couldn't even write this, Simon. When I went to the church, I was sort of in need of a little bit of help and for certain reasons, but then all of a sudden it was me helping people in church. There was a lady called Helen.
Hmm.
She was quite disabled lady. She had like a Zimmer frame. Really disabled lady, really lovely though. She said, Sean, can you come and paint my hallway stairs and landing where she lives? I said, yeah, cool. I'll come round and have a look. And when I went round this time, the place had been really, really neglected,
Mm.
and it was in an awful state. And I said, yeah, I'll do it for you. So basically, I had to strip all the wallpaper, fill all the walls, blah blah blah. Just do a painting, decorating job.
The
But
full job though. Yeah.
yeah. But I said to her, I said, Helen, the thing is, a carpet going upstairs that winds round the carpet. I said it's going to have to come up because it's really it was in an awful state, so I must. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got to get it up in order for me to do the work properly. It needs to come up. And she went to me, well, you can't take that up. I can't afford a new carpet. And I went, oh, well, don't worry about it. I'll sort it out. I didn't have an absolute clue how I was going to get this carpet now. You're probably talking in between the region of like 600 to 800 quid to put a gripper down, underlay, and someone to install the carpet. Yeah, because there's a lot of wastage, you know,
Right.
where it
And
goes up one steps.
around. Yeah.
So about a week later, because my little church is just round the corner from our house, they got a little cafe in there called Fresh Ground. It's lovely. I popped round and had something to eat. I hope I'm not speaking too fast for the. I don't know
No,
if there's any fellow
you're
Americans watching.
you're you're
I
good. You're
just
good. I
try.
don't know how many people are watching. I'll check here. Hang on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's cool.
we got 6 people watching, so that's decent for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, brilliant. Hello, everyone. Anyway, so I went to the cafe and there was a guy called Tony Bones. It was like a really bad alcoholic, drinker, whatever. And he lived with his mum, Patsy, ran the corner, but he was quite old. He was probably like 55 plus. And I said to him, come and Tony, I'm going to treat you to a hot tail shave. I want to treat you. I want to take you up the high street, get you a nice haircut, shave, all the works with lemon juice, a little massage. I want to treat you. So I've drove up the high street with him in the car and that high street, you've got a barber to the bottom and one at the top. So I've gone to the bottom one. I'm trying to look everywhere to park the car, Simons. I can't find anywhere. I'm like, so I thought, I'll go to the top. So I drove to the top of the high street, parked up, found a space, took him into the barber's. Sorry, I've got really bad hay fever. I'm just having a coffee. And I took him in and I said to the fella Chad, give him the works, blah blah blah. You know, sort him out. So I'm sitting down. Half hour, 40 minutes has gone on, and then I realise I better get a ticket for my car in case I get a PCN. You know, penalty charge notice.
Mm.
As I've gone out to the car, I hadn't realised, like, just I won't take the notice. I parked outside a carpet and flooring shop, and outside the carpet and flooring shop was a roll of carpet leaning up. I've even got a picture on my phone of it. Brand new piece of carpet leaning up outside with a sticker on it saying free.
Wow.
And that is when I knew it's from him. I knew it was. I knew it
Yeah.
was that first time because and look, other future stories if I can share to you, these sort of things always happen when I tend to put others before myself all the time. Every time
Mm.
it's happened is when and that I don't want to know like, oh well done Sean for this. I'm just sharing the story.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
And
It does sound like you do quite a lot for other people, so there's a good chance some of these things are going to happen, but not every time, of course. You know.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it, and I've been dying so long to tell you guys a couple of these stories. I'll do just a quick one after. It won't take no long till, and then whatever.
Yeah. Sorry. When did this happen? The story with Helen.
This happened in 2018.
18. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'd really like to hear about the very first time that you thought, actually, that was it, 2018. Okay.
And I couldn't believe it. I knew, and now you could call it coincidence or whatever, but too many things could have gone wrong. For example, if I would have gone round a cafe.
Yeah.
If
I understand. I understand that there's no need to go into the counter examples. Let's just stick to the things that actually happened, and then we can go from there. Okay, you had another story, yeah.
Oh, I've got quite a lot.
Do you want to just go over the one you were going to do? Because I don't want to get I distracted you.
Yes. Okay. So last week, about 2-3 weeks ago, where I live in a 2-story block of flats. I live on the ground floor, and out the front there's a communal clothesline to hang your clothes up.
Hmm?
So I've took my clothes out. It's a very blustery day. It's very windy. So I've decided to put 5 pegs on each like t-shirt, shirt, or whatever, because stop it blowing on the floor. But I've noticed my neighbour. He's not there. He's already hung his clothes up. He's hung his up, but he's only got a couple of pegs on his 2 or 3. I just noticed it, and then late one in the day when I come out and collected my clothes, all these clothes were on the floor. Oops. And so I took my clothes in. And I thought, I went back out and there's little bits of gravel all over his clothes. I just shook it all off and I've just hung them up properly 5 times. I went back indoors and that was that. And the next morning, I've come out and there was a jumper on the floor, one of his jumpers. So I picked it up and I've shook it off, hung up again. It was a really particularly nice morning. I've come back in, cooked a little bit of breakfast, come in the front room, and my cat Gizmo, he was in the hallway, and I said to Gizmo, just messing about, I said, "Come in, Gizmo, let's see what Joyce Meyer's got to say today on TB UK. She's a Christian evangelist, probably heard of her."
And, I haven't, but yeah.
Yeah. And she's sorry. And as soon as I put the TV on, Simon, do you know what she said?
Go on.
She said in the week she was shopping and she saw a load of clothes on the floor. She felt the Holy Spirit tell her, or she just felt prompted by God to pick the clothes back up and hang them up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what, and that's when I knew.
To you. Yeah.
That's when I knew that it was more than likely God prompted me to hang the clothes up outside for whoever's clothes they were. It just like do the right thing, sort of thing, And I think that's pretty much right. And could I tell you another one, or?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, what I'd like to do is try and open it up for other people to come in and chat. Hopefully, Missing Mom can do that because I know she'll sympathise with a lot of what you're saying, and maybe she'll tell some of her stories as well. But this is all about you today, Sean. So go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Tom. I really appreciate that. So I went to Greece like on a little mission trip to deliver Bibles with my friend Peter Ruffhead from Eltham. Back into I've been there 3 times, but the most recent time was 3 years ago. It's a thing called Operation Joshua. Just go into the mountains, like to the very depths of mountains. It takes like 2 hours to drive to the very top. You just deliver
Right.
4 Bibles, like.
This is through an organisation, presumably. Is
Yeah.
it a church? Your personal church, or?
Yeah. Yeah, not my one, another one, but it's
Right.
yes, organisation around the world, actually by American people.
May as well
Big-
shout
big-
out the
big-
organisation because they're obviously trying to do some work.
Yeah,
What's the name of the organisation?
Operation Joshua, Hellenic,
That's what they called. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, Hellenic Ministries, Hellenic Ministries.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
yeah, it was the Tuesday. I was going on the Tuesday, and on a Saturday, I woke up. I was all nice and fresh, ready, all packed. But I popped out and I see a friend, my friend who's a decorator, and he's working in a place that's quite hard to get to. I said, jump in, I'll take you. I took him down and dropped him off, and I thought, go to the local high street, like Bexley, somewhere like a bit further out where I live, to buy some clothes, like some flip flops and bits and bobs of Greece on Tuesday. So, cut long story short, I've gone down to the church, a Fresh Grand Cafe, just to have a smoothie. It's a Saturday, probably 11:30 in the morning. And I remember I got an apple smoothie. I was going to be precise anyway. I didn't stay long because it was really, really busy. You've got 2 girls working behind now, and 4 girls. Two I know, the other 2 I didn't even know who they was. So as I left the cafe, a little thought that obviously last night I was saying about when God speaks to you, but I've never meant audibly, just in a little thought in your head. That's what I meant by when God speaks to you.
Yeah.
I had a little thought in my head to put £20 in a tip box. So I went and got £20 out, went into the co-op and got 4 £5 notes, come back into the church, put the 4 5s in the tip box. No one saw me. I went, see you later, Trace. She went, see you later, babe. I'll see you tomorrow. And I've left. And I've come in the next day. It's a Sunday, and obviously the pastor's wife said, has anyone got any little stories to share or whatever? Anyone want to come up and mention anything about whatever's happened between you and God or whatever? Now, a lady stood up, Betty, she said something, and then Tracy stood up and she said, in the week, a guy, obviously I went there on a Saturday, she said, in the week, I think it was Thursday or something, a guy came in the cafe and scammed the cafe for £20, like confused Jana, the lady who worked there, confused her, tricked her for 20 quid. And that, but she was really, really upset. Obviously, I didn't know anything about this until the Sunday, as Tracy was talking about on the stage at the church. And then she said, but like, thank God someone's coming and put 20 quid in the tip box. And I couldn't believe it, Simon. So I was like, I wanted to tell everyone I did it, but I didn't say nothing. It actually took me a year to tell Jana, and how Jana knew it was me, because I said there was 4 5s in there, wasn't there, Jana?
Yeah.
And that's when it's always after it happens, and I realise that thought was from God. It's hard for me to differentiate. We know when it's a bad thought. So if your mind's saying kill someone, we know that's not from God, but we know that's not good. And so I just couldn't believe it. When she said that, I couldn't believe it, and that was another one. That's 3 now. Yeah, can I tell you another one?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
I've got about another 5 6 more. I don't have to tell you more, but you get the point. But I'll tell you this one here. Actually, just quickly, I'll tell you what happened last week. My brother Edward, he's an alcoholic. He's okay when he's not drinking. When he has a drink, he self-harms. He records videos and posts on Facebook. He's really not well when he has a drink and does other stuff.
Yeah.
But he's a lovely guy when he's normal. He really is such a
Sorry
good
to hear that. Sorry to
Yeah,
hear that. Yeah.
that's okay. I love him, and he's hard work, but I can be hard work sometimes. And so we was talking last week, and because he tends to smash his TVs up, and now he's down to just a little silly Sony old TV. He can't stand it, and so a lady died from the church, and there was a TV there, not the best TV, but I was trying to get it for Edward, and I nearly got it, but my friend Pastor, he was away for a couple of days, and I mean I probably could have got it when he come back to Amos, but I was trying all week to get it. The timing just wasn't right. He was busy, I was busy, and then so me and Ed was talking. He said he's going to save up the money to get a TV, like he wanted a 50-inch, maybe save 200 or 300 quid up, and just buy a little standard 50-inch, like because he loves his TVs, Netflix. And the next day in the morning, I've gone out now. Where my bin sheds are, sometimes people leave stuff and that, they leave it wherever. And I couldn't believe it. I walked out there and there was a 50 LG vintage TV. And I went like that. I put it in my car, rang Edward, went over there, took it upstairs, and I plugged it in. I think, why ain't it working? I'm pretty sure, like, this has been. Oh, sorry, the phone just fell down. I'm pretty sure this is from you know who, and I didn't realise that there wasn't a fuse in it, so it didn't come on at first. But anyway, so the TV come on, and now he's got a perfectly.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's a 50-inch LG, and that really put my mind at rest with him because he was so happy. I thought, oh, lovely. I could simmer for a little bit now and not have to keep worrying about him. He's got a lovely and so I know he's come from a bin shed, but I'll tell you what, there's absolutely not a scratch on it. It didn't have a power lead, but I had an old Xbox, so I took that lead and. I was so happy and it absolutely perfect. Nothing wrong with it. And
Fantastic.
it's a great story. And
yeah, I mean, like I said, I think this is a lot to do with who you are rather than in my person. I mean, I'm an atheist, so obviously I'm not gonna, think that this is all supernatural shenanigans or goings on. But it kind of I feel two ways about it. Firstly, I feel enriched to hear the stories because it's somebody in their community helping the community. And that's what I advocate for as a humanist. I think that the more people do that, the better our communities are, the stronger they are, etc. And if you do it through, through the church, etc., then that doesn't invalidate what you're doing, as far as I'm concerned. So that's my personal stance. However, obviously, the supernatural claims as being behind it seem a little far-fetched. Although, when you keep racking up the stories, right, then
I know.
that's more evidence. I'm not going to deny that. I just think it's little evidence to change the balance, in my personal opinion. And that's fine. That's fine. As I say, kudos to you for being someone willing to put their hand in their pocket and help local businesses in terms of thing, and to help Helen, who presumably has had an incredible increase in her mental capacity just because her home is now looking fresh, fit, and safe. Right? Yes. I mean, old carpets can be quite dangerous, right? Especially on curved stairs.
Oh, sorry, I didn't fully truthfully tell the whole that story. So
okay, go ahead.
When I got the carpet, now a month before, you just reminded me when you said Helen. So a month before I even knew about Helen's job, I'd done a painting job up High Street, Kensington, in London.
Oh yeah,
and
very posh.
Yeah, I was decorating like an £8 million apartment, and the guys were laying carpet and they had a load of underlay, and this was the most luxurious green. I mean, you could roll about on it and jump about all day. It's so nice. And then I said to him, because I was thinking of maybe put a little bit of carpet in I'm only little hallway there. So I took a load of underlay home. So not only did I have the carpet, I had the underlay. But
Delay
it's
as well.
funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
When I took the carpet from the shop, I only had a little what was my little motor? Hyundai Getz.
Oh, okay.
Hyundai
Yeah.
Getz. And I'm thinking, it's not going to close. So I had to take the shoelace off, just took a knot and then knot it down just because I only had to take the carpet about a mile down the road. But that was funny, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. So I
No,
just wanted
that's all
to
right. That's all right.
mention
So,
about the underlay. Yeah.
yeah, so you actually had all of the materials, not just
Yeah,
put a carpet down, but managed to get an underlay as well. So you must have been very pleased. That's
yeah,
all I
I
can
was.
say.
But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what the biggest problem was with that job. Now, she's got three really big boys and a husband, and they're up and down the stairs all day. And at the very top, the banister, handrail, like when they at the last minute, I think she must have to oomph herself to get round,
Yeah.
and it's coming out the metal bit of the wall.
Oh, right.
I think if that goes, and
Yeah.
she's a goner, she's going to fall down that stairs and break her neck. So,
Yeah.
so I drilled an hole and just got that all secure as well for her. And that was really the most important thing of the whole job, was just getting that handrail solid for her.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And the
Yeah.
husband or the boys couldn't do anything, no.
And another thing, there was a little beep beep going off every like 5-8 minutes. I went,
Oh, right. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Those damn
I said,
smoke alarms.
I
Yeah.
said, what's that all about, Ellen? And she told me. I said, how long's that been like that? She went, about 2 years.
Oh, my goodness.
And the thing is, I mean, perhaps I can't relate to something like that, but I could relate to how her house was, because me growing up with one mum, 4 boys, dad left when I was a little nipper. The most basic job in my mum's house, sometimes we didn't get around to doing it for ages. Laziness, or what you call it. And so I could relate to Helen and sympathise, and I really, it was such a breath of fresh air to help her, it really was.
Yeah, absolutely. As I say, in some sense, it's a reward in itself to help people like that really are in need, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely.
that's fantastic, just in and of itself. So
Yeah,
I certainly applaud that. Okay, I think we got about 5 minutes, so I don't know what you'd like to take that with.
So last year I was on my way home from work. I was in the local high street, Eltham, and I'm waiting for a bus to come home. And there's a choice of buses. It's a drizzly night. It's February. I've had a long day. I'm a bit tired. I want to get on the bus. I've got on the bus, and an old lady's talking to the driver of the cabin, and they're talking for about 4 minutes. I'm like, what on earth's going on here? I just want to get home. And so the lady has come walking down the aisle, and she looked really troubled. And I said, "You all right?" And I took her hand and rubbed her hand. She didn't seem right, and she was a very old lady. And she went, I don't think the bus driver knew what I was talking about. And I said, "Right, where are you going?" She said to me, "Do I know Medivet?" I said, "Yeah, I do. I took my cat there the other week." So she's on the wrong bus. She's on the 162. She's on the 162 rather than the 286. But I said to her, "Well, I'm getting off at the bus stop. You're going to have to get off anyway if you're going to, whatever." And I said to her, "Don't worry, I'll walk over to the 286 bus stop with you." And I wait with her until it turns up. And I'm chatting away with her. And I said to her, "Jesus loves her." And she went, "Oh, he's never been there for me." And that's fair enough or whatever. So we got to the bus stop and we're chatting away. And she was crying about a dog that died. She had a greyhound dog. She showed me a picture. She even said to me, "Simon, do you want to come back for a cup of tea at mine and see any pictures of my dog on the wall?" I was like, "I don't think that's a really good idea." Like didn't mean it like that. It's just, can you imagine, like, it must be very strange to say if her son come round and I'm sitting there. And I didn't do that, obviously. But she was a lovely lady. And so I'm waiting, and it's about, I looked on the bus app to see how long the bus was coming, and it was about 6 minutes anyway. So we're chatting away, and the bus came down, and there's a roundabout, and it's gone back round the roundabout. It's curtailed. It's gone back the other way. I'm like that.
Yeah,
So I've got on the bus app, and the next one, 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to wait, Bill. We're chatting away, and she had a big bag on her, Simos, like an open bag with. She must have 50 or 60 DVDs in there, and so she's looking for something, and I see Saving Private Ryan. I thought, oh, they're like 90s DVDs, you know, CDs, and she's rumbling through it, and then she pulled one out like that, and she's looking for something, and I looked at it, and the one she pulled out, she didn't even know what it was, and it was Little Women. I've never even heard of the film.
right.
And but I noticed the actress on it. I thought, I know who the actress is. And anyway, she's put it back in, and the bus turned up. I said to her, look, do us a favour, she's only going to stop Woodlands. Will you make sure she gets off? I walked up, I come indoors. Now I've got no cat food. So I went and got some cat food, come back, run a bath, got in the bath, sat down, put the TV on. I flicked it on like this, just put the TV on like that. I've got the towel around me, I'm all like that, and it's the adverts on Film 4. And when the Film 4's come back on, Little Women was on.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
it just seemed like that he was watching us in that moment, honestly, Simon. And
Yeah,
so
yeah. I understand how that's you
yeah.
know, it's a hell of a
It's
coincidence.
it's an odd one to think it's a coincidence, though, isn't it? You know.
I don't know about that. I mean, personally, I've actually
Yeah.
been involved in putting on a play, that particular play, Little Women. So yeah.
What's that again?
I've been involved in putting on that play, Little Women. It's a play as well.
Oh, was it? Oh, right,
So
okay.
in the theatre, yeah. So you know, I've got a connection to it in some way as
Oh,
well.
really? Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. Right.
So there you go. But you know, obviously that was a long
Yeah,
time
no, I
ago.
understand, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's very good as well. It's quite emotional.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
very much. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, there's another one. I was thinking, there's another little nugget.
Yeah.
And I've got probably another 6 or 7 like that, even better probably. But maybe we do that another time, you know. But it's
Yeah,
been,
for sure. You know, I mean, I'll be around a little bit. So
yeah,
but there you go. Okay, look, I'm going to put the link out for. I don't know if you're happy, if you agree. I'll put
yeah,
the link out now so people can come in and just put their points
yeah.
of view forward.
And I'll just go and do a cup of coffee
Yeah.
quickly.
You do that, and then we'll
Yep.
see what happens. If nobody comes in, then fair enough. We'll
No
call
problem.
it. But if not, yeah, we'll see.
I enjoy talking to you, mate. I do. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Okay, there's the link for anybody that wishes to join. I know Mod's probably gone, but you're the one I want to come in and talk to this guy a little bit because you're the only one that's got anything in common. And I don't want to tear it down too much, you know. Obviously, that's not what I'm about. So there you go. But Spooky or Scott, anybody else wants to come in, then that would be great. How many we're listening? We're down to 4, so there we go.
Just wait for the kettle to boil.
Okie doke. We'll see if anybody comes in. There's not many people out there that are likely to. Scott, I think he's suffering at the moment, so he probably won't come in. And Spooky rarely comes into Hangouts, so there's that. But Spooky says it's a bleeding miracle, Simons. He's British as well. So
Funny.
There you go. Yeah. As I say, you got to understand this is an atheist channel, so.
No, I know, mate. I like it. I like you guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's fine. I can be a bit what's the word, voracious sometimes when I'm talking to, but I don't.
Yeah.
I only give back the feeling that I get. So
Yes.
you know, I don't worry too much. And like I said yesterday on the stream, like I don't mind people being Christians if they feel that aids their life and benefits them to do good things. Be more of a humanitarian, right? I mean, humanist is not doesn't have any religion, right? So you can be religious or non-religious and be a humanist. There's no problem either way.
100%.
So I don't draw a distinction there like some do. And I don't mind. I'm happy to talk to Christian humanists because I think the humanist is the important part. But anyway, that's one thing. Oh, and excellent, Scott's here. That's really good. Welcome, Scott.
I was just hoping somebody would tell me a bedtime story. Maybe I get sleepy or something.
I know just the man to do that.
Hello, Scott. How you doing, Scott?
Hello, Sean. It's good to talk to you and see your face live. I'll show my face live, but I'm not going to show it for long.
Nah, that's all right, man. That's
Okay,
cool. It's nice to talk to you too.
Scott was with us last night on the panel. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, Sean, you
So
sound
I
like a
think
good neighbor. Good neighbor for the community. Need more people like you.
Oh, cheers, mate. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Who was the other guy? Dave. He sounded like a really nice bloke.
Dave is a nice bloke.
Yeah, he sounded. Yeah. I could listen to him when he talks. Sounding all right.
Yeah, and he's a recoverer from cancer at the moment. So
yeah, he's struggling. That's for sure. We
trying to get it, trying to get over it, and I'm sure he will. Yeah. So I'm sure he'd appreciate some prayers from someone that's generous. So if you want to ever do that, then that's great. Wouldn't rub it in because we're all atheists.
I know, mate. I know.
But if you feel it helps, there you go for it, right? Like anyone that's genuine, I never, you know what I mean. Anyone that genuinely considers it to be trying to be helpful by doing that. Some Christians, because we're in a community which is very diverse.
Yeah.
There are some Christians who will say it just to try and wind atheists
Now, both
up.
of you in London?
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, we are. I'm West London, and
you're
South London.
practically neighbors.
I was in West London. I was in West London the other week.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to dox myself, so I just say London generally. But yeah, I just try to keep it offline, as much as I can. But there you go. Anyway,
so is London a kind of a tough place to be? Are people generally friendly or rude, or it just depends on what section of London you're in?
What would you say, Sean?
Sorry, did you say it again? Sorry.
What's London like? What's London like? Is it a bit difficult to be in, or is it a bit scary sometimes? Or
no, it's all right. You just go with the flow, Scott. Yeah, it's all right, man. I don't know, growing up with four brothers and being on the streets since I was a little kid, it's just normal to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, different cities have different attitudes. Like if you go in the South, just about everybody's friendly. They'll, how are you doing today? You'll get a big smile. And in other cities, it's a little rougher. People aren't so friendly. People aren't so giving.
No, yeah. 100%. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, I think if you go into the centre of London, it can be a little bit. People have got no time, so they're all rushing everywhere to get to the next job or whatever it is to try and enjoy themselves in the little time they get off. So I think you get everything's busy. There's a lot more people, so But on the outskirts, I don't know where you are exactly, but I'm not central London at all. So it's pretty cool around here.
Oh, lovely. I'm 9 miles out. Just through. Have you heard of Lewisham, Greenwich?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
If you just carry on going, Plates Lee Green. I'm just Eltham, SE9. Yeah,
okay.
So pretty much been here my whole life.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the opposite then. You're SE9, yeah.
Yeah, SE9. Yeah. I was actually born in Barnfield in Woolwich.
Okay. True Londoner, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not true. My parents moved here when I was like 2 or something like that. I've been here ever since, so I'm kind of like a Londoner, but not quite.
Do you know what?
Years out.
I love West London. I like Surbiton and Wimbledon and them places. Southwest, more Southwest, isn't it? Because I worked for a bus company and I used to drive to Morden and Mitcham.
Okay, yeah.
A bit far away, but that's why I left. I wanted to sort of come to a closer depot, and the one there is literally about a 12-minute drive from me flat every morning. Yeah. I don't know how long it will last with the buses because it can be quite challenging, mate.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time myself because I've had a few health issues, so
yeah,
I don't get out much either. But there you go. There you go. Okay, so look, let's Scott. Let's try and get Scott to sleep.
Yes.
Okay, so
Please do.
let's try and tell him another
I'll
story.
tell you what. Could I? Let me just think. Could I? Right. So I've got an American friend in Ohio called Kenneth Campbell. He's a lovely guy, and I was on his chat room. And sorry, what are we supposed to be doing now? Telling a little story for Scott.
Just a little story. I mean, you've got loads of them. You can be along the same lines or a different line or whatever you like.
I'll say this one, and now this one I still cannot get my head around. This is probably the strangest one. So I was on it's a Christian chat room. I was on his Christian chat room, and I typed in, "I've got buckets of love to offer." That's all I put. It's just like, that's all I just said. I've got buckets of love to offer in the conversation, the context of it. I typed that, and a couple of days later, I went to like some other church down in Alpington called River Church, and I went there. There was a guy called Dave Latham, come down from Liverpool, and he works with all the prostitutes and the real, like, according to society, low people. He's there with them. He's in the mix with them. He wants to help them, and genuinely. And anyway, he's telling some stories, and at the end of his little session when he's talking, he said, does anyone want any prayer or whatever? And yeah, I'm always the first to go. Like my mum was a really bad cocaine addict. She died. My brother was a violent schizophrenic. It was tough. So if there's anyone that's a bit of prayer, if I think it's going to help, then I'm all for it. And so I went up to him and I said, "Hello, I'm Sean." And do you know what he said to me, Simos, sorry, and Scott?
That's all right.
He put his hand on my shoulder and said to me, he said, "Sean, the Lord said you've got buckets of love to offer." I nearly fell over because that's what I typed in the chat 3 days previous. And I did not even tell anyone. So I don't know what you want to call that. I don't even really know what that is, but I know that's you got more chance in winning the lottery than that happening. I'm like, are you reading my mind or something? Did you like? Yeah. So that was just another one, and yeah.
You're telling me you've never won the lottery, right?
No.
So yeah, generous as Jesus may be, he's not that generous. So.
Oh, funny! You like it. But I'd love to go to America sometime, Simos. I love it. I'd love to go over there, and I have a bit of banter with the Americans, but that's all it is. It's just a laugh, I love them, and I actually went.
America is so big that I'd love to go to America too. Maybe west, the West, because I've never been west. I love going to Chicago.
Oh wow!
The town. Of course, I only ever when I've been to Chicago, I've only ever been on that Miracle.
Excuse me.
So who knows what it's like, a few blocks north, south, or east of that. But yeah, Chicago is a great town to visit. But visit in the spring or the summer.
In the summer, yeah. Although the midges, right? But yeah, no. Likewise, I've been to America. I was very, very lucky. My parents took me around America when I was 10 or 11, somewhere around there.
Oh wow, but that was good, wasn't it?
Very fortunate. Yeah, Dad drove. I can't remember how many thousands of miles, but down the East Coast, up in the middle, and then back down to Texas, and then through Arizona into California, and then up the West Coast. So yeah, and I've just found it an incredible country.
Yeah, absolutely. World Cup's the World Cup's in a few weeks, is it?
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's going to be.
Is it? Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's going to be unbelievable. That's just going to America's going to be on it's just all going to be all America, isn't it, in the next few weeks?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I usually do try to watch the World Cup, but yeah. What's the weather like over there then, Scott?
Well, I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so this time of year, thunderstorms and tornadoes and stuff are the concern. But the last
Right.
couple of days, it's just been a few rain showers here and there, and then some mid 80s in. I think that's in the 30s for
Oh,
the
really?
Celsius or centigrade.
You don't want to be
Whatever
playing
y'all
football
call it.
in
Is it Celsius nowadays?
Celsius. That's the
Okay,
proper,
okay.
proper scale. Yeah.
So, but like it's also kind of humid, so it's been pleasant enough.
Hmm. Okay. Well, you don't want to be playing soccer in the mid 30s or
No,
mid
probably
80s.
not.
That's
But
for
you
sure.
know, the kids here are kind of used to practicing in the heat and stuff, so
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
so bad.
Bit of an advantage for the American team. Okay.
The problem I have is when it rains and then dries up. That's when the pollen just starts shooting out of all the plants, and so I have to deal with some of the hay fever and allergies that come with that.
You said you got a bit of hay fever right now. Is that right, Sean?
Yeah, I suffer with it bad. I take Benadryl. That's the only thing that helps. Like sometimes it's like a tap. I don't sneezing on my eyes go itchy. I take one Benadryl and that's it. But the problem is they're like £8 a pack.
Yeah.
A lot of money in it. But
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm on God knows how many drugs a day, you know.
yeah,
But fortunately, the hospital just sends them to me. So
yeah, brilliant.
I'm real lucky.
Benadryl's about the only antihistamine kind of thing that actually works for me for very long. But
What's
the
that?
problem is Benadryl's only antihistamine. Like when I get a hay fever, runny nose, watery eyes, sneezing. That's about the only one that works for me. All the other ones are supposed to last for 24 hours and have no drowsiness. They just seem to not work for me, which is sad. So I have to take Benadryl and then try to stay awake.
Yeah, that damn confounded science, eh? Oh, never trust them. Okay, I mean that's great. Like we've done 45, so I think that's a good thing, and I want to come thank you personally for sharing some of this.
Yeah.
And for coming on, because it's always refreshing to meet somebody new in the community. Although it's the great debate community for me, so like I say, we're probably not going to cross paths too often. But please come back to Sonata and watch Dave's stream. Because we like to try and take it a little less seriously there, so there's nothing too offensive.
Yeah.
If you're interested in hearing views from the other side, then I've put this particular video, as I say, it'll go in what I call the State of the Onion, and that's got lots of anti-religious videos to watch, or discussions. It's just a general group of people discussing. None of us are particularly
Yeah.
anti. Well, none of us. I mean, I'm an anti-theist, but none of us are particularly anti-theism, anti-theist people. So you might find a subject or two in there you think about. It might be an easy intro. There's a lot of philosophy stuff we talk about, and general stuff like that. So have a look at the playlist and see what you think.
I subscribe to the channel anyway, so
I appreciate that.
Well done for all your subs, mate. 500 is good.
It's been a long time, and like they say, if you've got more videos than subs, you're probably not doing it very well.
I think you focus on quality, Simus, and don't worry about the quantity.
Yeah, that's true. But I've got great supporters like Scott and Spooky here, so I feel very lucky. And
Spooky's quite funny, actually. He said he was in North London Turnpike Lane. I know that.
Yeah.
Spooky is a freaking delight. I really enjoy Spooky.
Yeah, he's always got some interesting comments and always tongue in cheek, so that's great. It's a shame Missing Mod didn't come in. I would have really liked to have introduced you to her. She has another podcast or what have you going on, which is she's a Christian and she entertains us atheists, so she's in the lion's den, so to speak, But yeah, if you want to go sub to her as well, I'm sure she'd appreciate that.
What's her name?
Missing Mod is her name. She's put something in chat.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, like she's got the @missing mod there, and if you just type that into YouTube, she'll come up
All
with her
right.
channel, and you can. She chats. She's a different type of Christian to you, I'm sure.
Okay.
But you might find some interest talking to her personally. You might want to go on and share some of your stories with her. I don't know whether
Yeah.
she'd be interested or not. I'm not saying that. And yeah, like if you've got more stories. So if you wanted to do this again, I'd be up for that. That's for
Yeah.
sure. It's been interesting. I think I'd probably give you a bit more pushback next time, though. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
if you're prepared for that, then
Yeah,
just
that's
come on
okay.
again and we'll do it.
Yeah.
And we'll get like more in the weeds, shall we, so to speak. I'm interested to know about how you view the Bible and certain,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
all of that
Absolutely.
kind of stuff, because presumably you're an avid reader, are you?
Yeah. I'll read the Bible. Yeah. I post your scripture. I've got the channel I'm on now. I,
Hmm?
sometimes
Oh yeah.
sometimes I'll be walking down the road and I'll see a picture and I'll take it and then I'll just think of a scripture and I'll just put it on YouTube. Nothing
Okay.
big, mate. I just they're all colourful little images. I like flowers and stuff like that. And thanks,
Yeah.
mate. Just subscribed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like just like I just like capturing little moments and that, and just
Yeah.
posting them. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
that's nice. Yeah. I like flowers. I don't have my roses back there anymore because I put them on the windowsill for the daytime.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I've usually try and put flowers in my background because I'm. Okay.
From watching a lot of British-based murder mysteries, apparently y'all have a lot of community gardens
Yeah.
in England or in London. Is that true, or is that just kind of an impression I get from
No,
TV?
that's true. I don't know about your way, but we call them allotments.
A lot, yeah. I've heard that phrase. Yeah, I've heard that phrase. Somebody, I guess they have to like be on a list for a while sometimes if there's not enough
Normally,
allotments.
they've been. Yeah, they've been. I think the councils have been cutting them back. They used to be everywhere because, I mean, it became a big thing in the Second World War.
Yeah.
When people started just like using any old land they could to grow food, because of the rations, etc. Certainly after the war, and then the council kind of took the land over and preserved it
Yeah,
for being
fight for those allotments, man,
gardens.
because corporations will take up the land and buy. Of course, I don't know what your laws are like or whatever, but here, if it will produce any kind of food or whatever, the corporations buy up the land. It seems like so. So just,
Yeah, no, I mean they're protected by the councils, and
well,
it's
that's
just
good.
down to whether the councils keep them or not, or want to keep them. And if they don't, they'll sell them for development. So it's a temptation for all of the councils that suffer with budgets to say, "Oh, look, we could make like millions in London selling some of these allotments," and so they're doing it for the the good of the community. Half.
So have y'all had allotments in the past and done community gardens or grown?
Yeah.
You have you? Okay, great.
Yeah.
I personally haven't. My mother did, and yeah.
It wasn't my allotment. It was my friend, and I used to go over all the time. And she grew these sweet corn, and that was like that. I was like, "Oh, let me take a couple of them only." Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah, like I had a girlfriend, and maybe 20 years ago or something, that she had an allotment, and she just had green thumbs. Didn't matter what she was growing, it always turned out just right. And I used to go around there for food after harvest time, and my word, the vegetables were incredible. I mean, it's just like there's nothing like freshly cooked vegetables, freshly grown vegetables and cooked, and you just can't beat it. You go to a supermarket and you go,
yeah,
and then you eat something from out of an allotment and you go, oh my god, this is so tasty.
Yeah, so much difference, isn't there?
Yeah. So, incredible, really. I don't know what it's like in America, Scott, but yeah.
Well, of course, people who have their own land will have gardens and things, but I think community gardening is probably available, like in New York City, amongst certain areas. But I really don't know that much about it. It just sounds like something that you would find in Seattle or Portland or places like that. I don't know about California, and in the Midwest, I think people just like who have their own land will grow a garden and either like have flowers or have food that they grow.
Yeah. I mean, I know Serb does. Serb has a lot of land, I think, and he has everything. I think beef, chickens, you name it.
Oh yeah.
He grows it, he gets it, So I'm like, wow, how he finds time to do everything, I have no idea. But there you go. That's the dedication you get.
When are you guys? You going on later? I might like just float with face, have a little listen. Like, you going on later this evening tonight, or not you, like whoever?
Okay.
Is anyone going on?
I think Skeptic Philosophy has got a show on Sunday nights.
Yeah, at 3 p.m. Central Time. I don't know what that translates to you. Is that 8 or 9?
Yeah, probably about 9, I think.
Yeah. And now,
let's take a look to see if Mod's posted one already.
There is a channel consisting of Justin from Deconstruction Zone, Ian from allegedly Ian, and then Dr. Blitz from the Dr. Blitz channel. They team up and have a channel called Unapologetic, and they do a show from like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time or Central Time, called Unapologetically Live, and that's where people call in and debate. So I don't know if that's your thing, Sean, or if you're interested in the kind of debating that goes on. It sometimes gets a little snarky because there are some very snarky, what we call Phil bros out there that will call in and get kind of rude and pushy. But that's what I do. I'll just have Unapologetically Live on during the mid-morning, and then when Skeptic Philosophy's on at 3, I'll tune into him. So those two shows are pretty good.
Yeah, let me see if I can get you the channel. I think you got to be a little bit cautious here, though. Just as a warning to you, that this is the great debate community. People will push some will push back hard on what you're saying and doing, and they won't just take it like I do, which is to say, okay, I'm just going to.
Skeptic Philosophy runs a pretty. The guys are smart, and the panels are usually smart, other than me, of course, and very cordial.
I don't believe that, Scott.
So, at any rate, yeah. So it's safe viewing, for grown-ups. The Unapologetically Live, it just depends on who's calling in, the kind of attitude it takes. But the 3 guys who host it are really smart, really insightful and everything.
Yeah, wow.
I cannot find his channel. Spooky, is there any chance you could find Robert's channel for me? Because it's not coming up here. And just post the link. I'd just be a little careful about just going on random atheist channels sometimes. Because they can be like, all right, so what do you believe? Why do you give me evidence for God? And that's as much as you get. And then you go, well, I've got all, and if you said some of the things you said to me today, they'd just go, oh, okay, well, forget about it. So, you got to be a little bit, careful in between.
Okay, I'm about to put the link to Skeptic Philosophy in chat. Do you want just the channel link or the live?
Channel link's good, and then you can sub to it and sharing the love that way,
So here,
are you a mod or not,
I'm going to private chat.
Oh no, you're not. Oh yeah, stick it in private chat for now.
I'm pasting it in, and I have a couple of extra slashes. That will probably get you there.
Let me just check. Yeah, that does. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll subscribe to it.
Yeah, he's very good. He's you know, he's a really nice guy, and he really genuinely wants to communicate with people. So that's
Yeah,
what makes the
lovely.
difference. Um, he'll be on tonight, 9 o'clock ish, somewhere around there. And yeah, okay. So we're coming up to the hour, so that's definitely me now.
Oh, sorry, I thought I lost the camera.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I know
Turn
what
it
it is.
off and back on again if you want. That might get it back. It might be to do with your
I know. Oh,
permissions.
I think I know what it is.
So that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming by and listening. Thank you to people that have managed to get to this on later reruns, and that's great. We'll do it again sometime, Sean. I think, and maybe I think. Well, I think actually, Scott, if you could be there for that, then you guys could have an interesting Bible talk. I think.
I'll be there for which one?
For the next time I do one with
Robert?
Sean. Sean.
Oh, well, Sean, sure, yeah. Just let me know. Let me go to the private chat, and I'll put my email address in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. Then you guys can just get in contact if you want.
Or you can let me know when you're going to be on.
Yeah, I mean I'll do both, but there's no.
Hey, you hear
harm in
me?
you meeting. Yeah, we can hear you now. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
You've got a pretty good camera there, Sean. It's pretty well. Now you're moving it, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
It's got good definition.
Yeah. Okay. I think his audio's gone now. We got the camera back, but the audio's gone. Yeah. You. There we go. Not anymore though. Okay, look, it's past an hour, Sean. Thank you so much for being on. Please, I'll put the link to his channel down below if anybody wants to share some love, and we'll go from there. So that'll be in the description of the chat. I'll wait for him a little while just to come back off. Oh, my comments are off. My word. Okay. Edit video. Let me just do this. I'm here. And actually, then we're going to put that in. Oh, he's back. Wonderful.
Sorry, mate.
That's all right. You're back. Okay.
I would subscribe to his channel, and it just completely messed everything up.
Where the hell is it? Oh, Brian, that's probably the one, right? There we go. Okay, so it's on a playlist. It's on 2 playlists, so there we are. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put your channel link, Sean, down below.
Okay. Yeah.
So that'll be in the description, and I'm just giving you a shout out. If anybody wants to, basically spread the love, shed that buckets of love around, then make sure that you sub to Sean's channel. I'm sure he'd appreciate a few more. And obviously, I'll advertise you on mods as well, which has more Christians in. And that's probably the better people to get into your chat. And
Cheers,
then when you're doing stuff, at least you're getting some people giving you some likes and stuff. So that's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And let me just go back to the live, and then we'll do that. Oh, that's weird. No, you're kidding me.
What's happened, mate?
But
Gonna
it's
shut the
saying
window. My neighbour's blaring music out. 1 second. Just gonna shut the window.
okay. It's saying it stopped after 1:37. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. How come all these guys are in there? It's Spooky saying it's a miracle. I don't believe it stopped. Spooky, are you still live?
He may have gone out. He said he had to go meet his brother, or
Oh no, it's still live. Yeah, he's still live. Okay, that's
still there.
great.
Cool.
That was just my computer messing around. Okay.
Okie
You're
says you're
live.
live.
Great. Phew. I put the thing up and it started me back at the beginning. So, oh shit. Okay. Let me just get Sean's channel back up. Go to channel. More. There we go. No. Do it that way. No. There we go. Okay. Right. So yeah, I will put that in the description of the chat now. So anybody want to go and sub to Sean, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And we're going to call it there. So thank you very much, Sean. It's been fun,
thank
actually.
you.
I've enjoyed the chat, and
Yeah,
hopefully
me
we'll do this
too.
again soon. And
Definitely.
yeah, I'll see you in Dave's next Saturday night, and maybe we'll do one on the Sunday. Who knows?
Thanks a lot,
We'll see how we
Simon.
go. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming on, and
Yeah.
take care, everybody. Please remember to like and subscribe, and as I say, if you could do that for Scott, and yeah, let me put Scott's in there as well while I'm thinking about it.
I don't really have a channel of my own. Just Answers in
okay.
Atheism is the
All right.
Mike's channel.
Okay, well, I advertise that quite a lot, so I'm good.
Nice to meet you, Scott.
Nice meeting you, Sean. It was really great talking to you.
You too, my friend. Good stuff. You too, definitely.
Hopefully we'll do it all again. I'm just going to play the outro. Oh, go ahead. Say what you want to say.
I was just going to say, really enjoyed talking, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.